I had a moment like this weekend. And I had this moment where I was like, girl, you done fucked up. Why'd you leave that man? It was a split second. It was a split second, but I started having these thoughts in my head. And maybe some of them were actually triggered by things surprisingly that people were saying on social media. And I don't let a lot of things bother me, but honestly, things and words go into your subconscious and they show up in different ways. So I think they were showing up through the dreams, and they were showing up through me just going like, girl, did you fuck up? Like, you're 43 years old. What do you look like? You have this man who was taking care of you and doing all these things. And yes, he came with a lot of drama and there was all of this shit, but you should have just fought through it. And you should like, and I was like, no. It was literally a split second, but I was like, no. And it made me realize how much like we could have other things penetrate our thoughts. I know why we're not together. I'm very clear why we're not together. It's not, again, because we don't love each other. It's because of every other reason I've told you guys, which I do not have to repeat. And so that moment of I fucked up was me allowing some of the self-doubt to come in of, can you do this again? Can you go and, I don't want to replicate what we have because I don't. I do not want to replicate what we have. I do not wish that on anyone. However, for those of you who have been following us for a while, you saw the love between two people. And I started this show to change the conversation around Black relationship. I wanted you guys to believe in love again. And I feel like a lot of people had lost their way. And I thought, you were supposed to be committed to a commitment. What are you trying to show these people? How are you changing the conversation if your own relationship can't work? If everything that you're like, we're saying to these people, if all the work that you did, what does that look like? And I had to have that moment where it's like, I'm still changing the conversation. I'm still going to change the conversation around Black relationships. And I'm still going to take you on a journey. And I'm going to still speak positively about love and Black love. And I can do all of that sitting here by myself for now, because I will not be alone forever. And I had to switch that moment in my mind of you fucked up to be like, no, you did what you needed to do. To a lot of people, my ex was the ideal man, physically and mentally and all of those things. He was. So if I can't keep him and we can't stay together, what do I have to say? And I worried about that a little bit. Like, I expected that most of you would just no longer tune in, no longer follow, no longer care. And I'm so grateful that you've stuck around, because this journey is important for me. Like, I didn't start this show for myself. I remember sitting down with the ex and talking about the fact that we were creating something that was really beautiful that I wanted people to witness, but not even just witness our relationship, but really start opening up and having conversations, because we were having conversations about things that he had said that in his 40-something years, like, these were conversations that hadn't been had in previous relationships, and we had both been married and he had several children. And it was interesting because I was like, these are conversations that people need to be having, because if we're going to talk about bringing the Black community back together, it starts with relationships. It starts with making sure that the foundation of a family is strong. It's making sure that you can design the relationship that you want. I don't think that everybody wanted the type of relationship we had. Absolutely not. But we encourage people to design the relationship that you want. And so when we were no longer together, I thought, fuck. People are just going to think everything we were talking about was fake. And it wasn't.